This is So LA, where we're the soul of LA. I'm Ali Salaam, and I'm back with a video. This is kind of like So LA meets Affairs of Men, because it's dealing with LA politics. All right, check this out. I was on Facebook the other day, and I had a homie, like a street homie, right? And he was like, "Yo, man, I'm voting for the first time," and I was very proud of the brother, you know. And then the first thing I thought of, I wanted to ask him, I was like, "Yo, did you vote for this? Did you vote for Joe Collins? Did you vote for the senator? Did you?" And then I realized the brother may not have that information. So I figured, hey, why don't I use this time and my platform to explain to people what is the political process and kind of help brothers out, especially here in Los Angeles, Inglewood, on who to vote for. Okay, first and foremost, politics is done on a local level. Okay, so our local offices are actually going to affect our lives at a much faster and quicker and more than a federal office. Okay, so remember that we have different jurisdictions. We have federal office, which is the president of the United States and senators and Congress. Then we have state, which is, California laws. Anything dealing with California laws, California money comes from the state. A lot of our education comes from the state. And then you have county, Los Angeles County, so you get county services such as SNAP. I believe SNAP is a county service. And then you also have city services, and that is going to be your school districts and things of that nature. So remember, so you have different levels. So when you go in November 3rd and you vote, or you vote before then, you're voting for all of those offices, from federal all the way down to local office. And so make sure to pay attention to my upcoming videos, because I will be breaking down local offices dealing with state elections. I'll be dealing with city elections, okay, and county elections, okay. So LA City, anything representing 3743. What is that? That's districts 37 and 43. So let me give you an example of District 43. District 43 is my hood, Inglewood. Ah, crap.
After decades in the swamp, my next
hold on. We're gonna get to that devil in a second. All right. First of all, so we're talking about Inglewood, all of Inglewood. What is that? Manchester? No, that's like Florence. It's probably even further than Florence. Yeah, it's probably further than Florence, because that's Centinela, all the way down. So all of Inglewood, right? All of Ladera Heights. All of the Baldwin Hills, all of the Windsor Hills, all of Hawthorne. We start getting into Hawthorne, and we're talking about Upper Torrance, down over here, kind of by Harvard City, kind of by the casino. Both casinos are in this hood. So this is Hood 43. This is Maxine Waters' hood. Now, what does that mean? That our government is broken down into three branches of the government. You have the executive branch, which is you have the executive branch, you have the legislative branch, and the judicial. So the judges basically have a co-equal power. The executive branch, which is the president, and his cabinet, and then you have Congress, which is the other branches. So those are the three. And so if we want federal money, or who represents us federally, is Maxine Waters. That's the House of Representatives. Okay. So and so District 37, I believe, is all up here, South LA. If I can go further up, like South LA, West LA, that's District 43. So like 60s hood over there, that's District 37, and that's Barbara Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's how that works. And so so the people that represent this area on a national basis, which is Maxine Waters and Barbara Lee and stuff like that, Ted Lieu, or like, they're at war. Okay, and so what happens is you have the Republican Party, the National Republican Party, like all them devils, who are literally trying to get Maxine Waters out of there. And a perfect example of how they're trying to get Maxine Waters out of there is this brother, Joe Collins. Vote no for Joe Collins. All right, so I hope I explained that to you as we warm this thing up. Okay, so the basis of this video is to let you know why we should not vote for Joe Collins, why we should vote for Maxine Waters, and what this whole House of Representatives. Now, so in the House of Representatives, okay, so you have the President of the United States, right? Right? He's like the boss, right? Then you got 100 senators. Each state has 2 senators. Kamala Harris is one of the senators from California, right? So you have the Senate. So the Senate, you know what I mean, they pass the laws. You know what I mean? And then so a law goes through the House of Representatives, then it goes to the Senate, and then it goes to the president. And once all 3 sign off, then it's a law. Okay? Now, the House of Representatives holds that money. Okay? So Maxine Waters sits on the, so anytime we're dealing with the stimulus checks and things of that nature, that's coming from the House. And Nancy Pelosi, because the Democrats are the majority, it's like in the House of Representatives, it's like what, like 400 seats or something? And because the Democrats have most of the seats, the Democrats run the House. Okay? And so right now, the Republicans run the Senate. Okay? So like when Trump first got into office, they had Republicans in all 3. They had a Republican president, they had a Republican senator, and they had a Republican House of Representatives. And them devils still couldn't pass a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They did get their tax cuts. Okay? And so what's happening is the Republicans have done such a terrible job, especially under Donald Trump, that as of right now, it looks as if the blue wave, especially if you go out to vote, there will be a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic House of Representatives. And so now we can push them devils off to the side and we can start correcting this country from all the fuck shit that they're doing. Okay? So now the House of Representatives is, you know, I don't know everything. Okay? I don't know much, but I believe that the House of Representatives, their term is like either 2, 4, or 6 years. Okay? Something like that. And so because I remember voting for Maxine Waters like 2 years ago. So I get confused. But Maxine Waters has been in the House of Representatives forever.